everybody, JC here with another T&I toy review, and today's review is in association with MarvelousNews.com, your #1 news source for everything Marvel. And for today's review, we're going to be taking a look at the new Spider-Man series Marvel Legends 6-inch Spider-Gwen figure from Hasbro. Now this figure comes packaged in the same style of packaging we've been seeing with all the figures in this wave. It's a new style of packaging for 2016 for the Marvel Legends line. We've got the Build-A-Figure Absorbing Man logo up at the very top, and then the Legends series logo. The figure's clearly displayed in the window box packaging, and then you've got the Spider-Man logo down below, and this figure is listed as an Edge of Spider-Verse figure. It shares the same packaging as the Ben Reilly Spider-Man, which we looked at the other day. So we've got Ben Reilly artwork on one side, Spider-Gwen artwork on the other. On the back we have a look at both figures and a brief bio in multiple languages, and then down below a look at all the figures in the Absorbing Man Build-A-Figure wave. Okay, so let's get this open and take a look at what's inside. Okay, so here's a look at the figure outside of the packaging along with the accessories. Now before we look at the figure itself, let's first take a look at everything the figure comes with. So the figure comes with, for the Absorbing Man Build-A-Figure, it comes with his weapon, the ball and chain. We'll look at this in more detail when we look at the actual Absorbing Man figure, which will be the final review for this series. So check back for that. Now the figure comes with an alternate Gwen Stacy head, an unmasked head, and I like the detailing on this. I don't think it's a reused sculpt. I won't swear to it, but I think this is a new head sculpt. I like the hair sculpting on it. You've got the little headband at the top. Not a lot of paint detail, just kind of a mellow yellowish type color for the hair. Good skin tone. I like the paint applications on the eye pupils. That looks really good. And you've got the red lipstick. So I think this head sculpt comes out looking really good and very much like Gwen Stacy. So I really like this alternate head. You also get basically this vinyl type piece that's supposed to be her mask pulled down back behind her head when you have the maskless head on. Now you can display this in multiple ways. So basically the hood on the figure is a separate piece from the rest of the figure. So when you pop the head off, that Spider-Gwen head, masked head, will come out of the hood. Gets stuck in there a little bit, but it'll come out. So it's a separate piece. So if you want to have it where you've still got the Spider-Gwen head on but the hood pulled back, you can then put on that extra piece along with the Spider-Gwen head, and that looks pretty good. Or you can just do the pulled back mask and then the Gwen Stacy maskless head, and again that looks pretty good. Now unfortunately the hood, the maskless face or head sculpt does not fit inside the hood because of the hair, so you can't use the hood and the maskless head together, unfortunately. And I like the detailing on this hood piece. Again, it's that kind of vinyl material, and I like on the inside how you've got the webbing, that maroon color with the green webbing, and very good, you know, clean line work with the webbing and everything. So I think it looks really good inside the hood. And I also like on the masked head, I like how they've done the pink color around the eyes. I think that comes off looking really good as well. Okay, so for the figure itself, so this is a reuse of that original Jubilee Build-A-Figure mold, which has been used multiple times with multiple spider characters. I don't have the other spider characters, the female spider characters, but this most closely resembles the Mayday Parker figure. Same web shooting hand. I think the fisted hand is from one of the other Spider-Woman figures that Hasbro's done. The head, I think, is the masked head, I think, is the Mayday Parker head, just repainted. Again, don't have that figure, but from images I've seen, I believe it's the same head sculpt. Now the only thing that I think is complete or is different from those female figures is the feet. I don't know if these feet have been used on another female character, but they're not the Jubilee feet, nor are they the feet that are used on those other Spider-Woman feet, mainly because there's none of the creases on the toes and stuff. So, and you've got this blue piece. So I don't know if these are reused feet or not, but they are different from the Jubilee figure. So detailing and wise, paint application wise are pretty good. Not anything, you know, it's pretty basic paint applications. You've got solid black for most of the costume, and then you've got solid white. No real bleeding or anything that I've seen on the white, which is good. Maybe a little bit down here. You've got a little bit of a splotch onto the black here with this line work for the white, but nothing too major. I like the detailing on her underarm, again with the green webbing and the maroon color. I think that looks pretty good. Got maybe a little bit of sloppiness here near the joint, but nothing major. And then again, on her underside, you've got that added detail of the webbing with the maroon color. So I like the overall paint scheme and think it looks very true to what we see in the comic books. So the figure stands about 5 3/4 inches tall. Here she is next to the pizza eating Spider-Man figure, and I think these two figures are in pretty good scale with one another. So articulation on the figure is pretty good. Head is on a ball hinge joint. Now I like how the hood is a separate piece, so you can turn the head and the hood turns with it. So I like that. It's got pretty good up and down movement with the head as well. So again, I like that. Arms are attached with your standard ball hinge joint, so she can get her arm all the way out. She's got good rotation at the arm. She does not have a bicep swivel. She has a single hinged elbow, so she can bend her elbow pretty good, and has the swivel at the elbow as well, has the swivel wrists, and has the hinges on the hands, so has good up and down movement with the wrists. Has a midsection joint where she's got the rotation there at the midsection. Not a whole lot of crunch there. Can look back a little bit, but not a whole lot. Legs are attached with those ball joints. With the way the hips are cut, you know, she can only do the splits about that much. She can do her leg forward good, and she can do her leg kind of out and back. She has a thigh swivel, double hinged knee, so she's got good bending at the knee, swivel at the thigh, and then she has the hinges on the feet, so she's got good up and down movement, and she does have ankle pivot, and 2 peg holes on the bottom of her feet. Okay, so that's my review. Overall, I like this figure. I like the detailing with the maskless head. I think it looks really good. I like the hood with the figure, and I think that looks really good. And I like how the hood and the rest of the figure is actually a separate piece. Articulation is decent, and the paint applications on the figure overall are pretty nice as well. I'm not terribly familiar with this character. I have not read any of the comics with her in it. I think she's from an alternate universe, but again, I'm not terribly familiar with the character. But I do think this figure captures the overall look of the character pretty nicely. So this wave, the whole Absorbing Man Build-A-Figure wave with this figure is hitting at least online e-tailers like Big Bad Toy Store. It is in stock there now. I have not heard anyone finding it at mass retail yet, but it should probably be any day now. We'll have a full gallery of images up at marvelousnews.com. There's a link in the description below. And as always, leave a comment. Let us know what you think. If you're so inclined, please like the video. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. And until next time, I'll catch you later.